Out of all the Don the Beachcomber drinks that I have ever had, I think the Nui Nui might be my absolute favorite. It's a combination of all of the ingredients that I like and none of the ones that I don't like. I like it so much, I've actually already made the drink here before just about 1 year ago. Angostura bitters, allspice dram, vanilla syrup, cinnamon syrup, orange juice, lime juice, and rum. What's not to like? The drink calls for Don's Spices No. 2, which we now know to be a mixture of half vanilla syrup and half allspice dram. We know this, of course, from Beachbum Berry, who also shares that the drink was originally named the Pupule and created by Don the Beachcomber in the 1930s. A very similar yet slightly different adaptation of this exists in the Smuggler's Cove book as the Pupule, both of which are Hawaiian words and mean either big or great versus crazy or insane. Now, I did mention that this is all of the ingredients I like and none of the ones I don't, and what I'm referring to, at the risk of being canceled right now, is that I don't really like Pernod, absinthe, or herb saint in my tropical drinks. There you go. Said it. I tolerate it, and at times I do like it, but not generally. On their own, I like and appreciate them. I love a good absinthe cocktail, but a few dashes here and there to a drink with 7 other ingredients, and it can completely overtake the drink. The strong anise, black licorice, and fennel taste can be overpowering, and then there's that astringent mouthfeel that can also ruin a drink. All of this, of course, is just my opinion. Many of Don's drinks have dashes or drops of Pernod or herb saint, and that's why I sometimes avoid them. But the overall problem, I think, is mainly the lack of consistency in recipes. A drop for you may not be the same as a drop for me, and a dash depends on the dasher, the bottle, and the amount of liquid inside of that bottle. For something like Angostura bitters, that's okay. An extra dash or even 2 and it won't overtake a drink. But a high quality absinthe or Pernod can do a lot of damage if you use too much. Now for the cocktail today, I'm not going to make Don's Spices No. 2 because we only need 1/4 of an ounce. Instead, I'm going to estimate about 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla syrup and 3/4 of a teaspoon of allspice dram, since 1.5 teaspoons equals 1/4 of an ounce. The Beachbum version calls for a very long orange peel to garnish, so I will do that now before juicing the orange. The original recipe does call for it to be built in a drink mixer tin, starting with 1 dash of Angostura bitters, 3/4 of a teaspoon of allspice dram, 3/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla syrup, 1/4 ounce of cinnamon syrup, 1/2 ounce of orange juice, 1/2 ounce of lime juice, and 2 ounces of a gold rum. I'm using Bacardi 8, which has a little more age than your typical gold rum, but I like it. There you go, the Nui Nui from Don the Beachcomber. All right, let's try the Nui Nui. It's such a small amount of allspice dram, it's surprising that that comes through, but that works together well with the cinnamon and, the vanilla syrup, which is there. But those 3 of those combined, they provide to me those like essential tiki spices that I enjoy. The orange juice adds some sweetness. The orange juice and the lime juice together give you some acidity to balance the drink. So would this taste good with other rums? Sure, but by dialing back the rum just a little bit, you get those essential tiki flavors. This is, to me, a real like gateway tiki drink that has so many different things going on, so many essential ingredients. So 1 year later, is this still my favorite Don the Beachcomber drink? I think yes. And it's not because it's, you know, super sophisticated or out there or different or strange. I think it's because it is kind of subdued. It has 7 ingredients and you can taste all 7 ingredients. The rum is not overwhelming. It's just an excellent tiki cocktail where you can taste everything inside of the glass and you don't have to spend, you know, minutes thinking about each thing that you're tasting and trying to figure out the rum. It's just a nice change up to the intensity that can sometimes come with some of these drinks. But if you're always looking for something to be a little more intense, could you change up the rums here? Absolutely. Could you put a dash of absinthe in here to completely ruin it? 100%. But I think the way it is made right here, or using another gold, lightly aged calm still rum, will work in place if you don't have yourself a bottle of Bacardi 8. So that's it for this one. And speaking of the Nui Nui, I have a Patreon that has different tiers, including the daiquiri, the Nui Nui tier, and the Mai Tai tier. And if you're in the Mai Tai tier, you can choose a video for me to make. So if you have a tropical cocktail, tiki cocktail, exotic cocktail, hey, maybe it's something entirely different, you can work with me on that video and I will make that video for you. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like below, consider subscribing to the channel. Otherwise, see you on the next one.
The Princess Pupule has plenty papaya, and she loves to give it away. I mean papaya, she loves to give it away.